Today we're going to talk about eye contact and how it can help you raise your attraction when talking to women. This is a combo video from the last video that I made where I was explaining three things that were important when talking to women. And one of the comments on the end of the video did ask me to talk about this specific topic. So I actually have tons of examples, but we're only going to talk about two of these examples today where I could prove to you that eye contact is super important and it's really important when communicating in general with any person. But for the sake of this video, we'll be talking about why it is important when communicating with women as far as seduction or raising the level of attraction. And sorry about the screen shaking. I actually just realized that my hands were on my desk and I was kind of moving it a little bit. But let's get right into it. So there was this one girl I was dating, and we were in her kitchen, just hanging out at her house, and we just finished eating, and we were kind of like goofing off, like joking around a little bit, telling jokes and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there drinking some water. And I lean back on the counter and I stop talking for a moment. And I'm just looking her at her in her eyes without saying anything. And she looks at me and she says, "What?" I said, "Nothing." She said, "Why are you looking at me that like that?" I said, "How am I looking at you?" She's just like, you're looking at me in a certain type of way. I said, all I'm doing is just looking at you. So I'm playing it off like I'm not doing anything extra. Then she's like, well, you're looking at me like you want to devour me. I said, is there a problem with that? She said, nah, but she was like, it's crazy. I could feel that energy just by the way you're looking at me. And I said, okay, if that's what you are interpreting by my looks, that's fine with me. So in about 2 or 3 minutes, I think she goes and washes the dishes, and then she's like, you know what? Let's go upstairs. And she takes me up to her bedroom, and she gets the shower running and stuff like that. And she asked me to get in with her. We get in the shower, and she's washing me basically, and we're talking. And she's like, I just want to make sure I get you clean before I go ahead and drop down on my knees. And I said, okay, that's fine with me. So we get out the shower and then we go into her bedroom. And sure enough, she gets right to the business in the bedroom. And most of this started by me just giving her a specific level of eye contact. That's the main point of that story is I didn't really say anything to her. I didn't even touch her. There was no like touching, working my way up to anything. It was all done by eye contact, which is the crazy part. And this has happened like multiple times where women can look and if I make contact with them, they feel like they're getting some type of sexual energy from the way that I'm looking at them. And you guys can do the same thing too. You probably had it happen to you before as well. And that was one situation. And I wasn't really surprised by that one. But the next one, I was a little bit surprised at how the outcome turned out. This one actually happened more recently where I was at this person's house as well. Now, I wasn't dating this person or anything like that. We had hooked up before, we had been together before, and but there was nothing where we were trying to date each other or anything at this time. So I was at their house and we're just having a conversation. I'm standing fairly close to their face, and at this moment, she's talking and I'm being very quiet. I'm just listening to her talk and I've got my eyes locked in on her. This is the one of the best things you can do when a woman's talking, just stay quiet and just lock your eyes on them. So then after she finishes saying her sentence, she's looking at me now. And so since I'm very quiet, only thing she can focus on is my facial expression and my body language. And the energy was so strong from the way I had my eyes locked in on her that she literally, after she stopped talking, she got closer to me and started kissing me. And this surprised me because I didn't even know that we were even at this stage. I didn't even know that she was feeling some type of feelings like that where she wanted to. So we started kissing and I go along with it. I put my hands like on her face, bring her in closer, things like that, start going along with it. And it starts to get real intimate. She lifts up her shirt, starts undoing her bra, and so I get into a little bit more with her where I pick her up, I'm holding her up in the air, and basically I'm putting my mouth all over the different areas that she definitely wants me to put my mouth all over. And, you know, that situation just played out how it did. And afterwards, I'm sitting there wondering, how do we even get to that point? Because I literally was not saying anything. Even the conversation that we were having, it was not anything that was going to lead towards any physical interaction based on what I thought at the time. But it does go to show you that women, they feel certain things when you lock in your eye contact with them while they're speaking. Don't say much because you need them to pay attention to how they view your eyes and what they can get from your eyes. Let your eyes do the talking. And another key thing when you do it is you also lower your chin a little bit because most women are going to be shorter than you. So you don't want your chin up high and then you're looking down on the woman like a very intimidating type of eye contact. You want your chin down like this, and then you do have to make sure your eyes are not so open. You have to close your eyes just a little bit, almost like you are a little bit sleepy, but you have to be in control of it like it's real intense like this. I know it's gonna look a little cockeyed because I'm looking at the camera plus the screen at the same time, but you have to kind of just lock it in like that. So you can, it's like a controlled squint, and you just hold that position while they're talking. And this has happened on multiple occasions where they will start to feel some type of feelings. They will think that this is some type of sexual energy coming at them just by the way you're locking eyes, because it's not common that a lot of people do make eye contact when they are talking. So this is something you could practice with just anyone when you're communicating, is practice more eye contact, but definitely practice it with women and then you'll notice a huge difference.